I've gotten a lot of requests for games for kids or games you can play with your kids. So let's get right into it. Hey, it's Amanda at Cutie Indie Rex. I don't have kids of my own. I am just a 30-year-old lady who likes really wholesome content. And I do play a lot of games that I think kids would love. So today I'm bringing you a few of those games. All of these games are adult approved, so if you do not have kids like me and just like wholesome content, keep watching. If you do have kids, leave me a comment, let me know if you've played any of these or if you have any suggestions. A lot of these games are on Game Pass, so make sure to check out my last video on Game Pass for casual gamers if you are interested in some of these. Let's get to it. Carto is a super cute puzzle game that looks like a storybook. You play as Carto, a girl who is traveling the world with her granny. After getting lost in a storm, you navigate different islands to find your way back home. The main game mechanic is finding map pieces and manipulating them to solve puzzles and unlock new areas of the world. You arrange the pieces of the map like a puzzle, and that changes the landscape of the island that you're on. Along the way, you meet islanders, make new friends, and explore different environments. I got so much joy and wonder from playing this game, and I think kids would love it. First of all, the art is amazing. It truly feels like being in a storybook, and this is such a good game to just watch and be present in. I could look at this art all day. The puzzle mechanic is super unique and so much fun. I kept being joyfully surprised by it throughout my entire playthrough. Some of the puzzles can be a bit challenging, so if you have younger kids, it might be a good one to play together or for you to play and for them to actively participate in. Playing solo encourages problem solving and critical thinking in a sweet and chill environment. This game has a really peaceful soundtrack and such a fun cast of cute characters. Overall, Carto is a wholesome and charming experience that is just so much fun to play. Cozy Grove is a life sim that is so cute and wholesome. I love describing this one as cutie Animal Crossing with ghosts. You play as a spirit scout on a haunted island where you befriend spirits, decorate the island, and bring color back to the world. Complete daily quests to help spirits unlock memories and eventually help them move on to the beyond. You get to customize your character with cute clothes and wigs and decorate the island and your tent with furniture and plants. This one is played in real time, so days pass in the game as they pass in real life. I love the character stories in this and the slow and relaxing gameplay. I love recommending this one as an affordable alternative to Animal Crossing and one that's available on more platforms. I love the character stories and quest-based gameplay, and I think the entire journey of this game is just so wholesome. It's a game that you can really sink into over time, and it took me about 100 days to finish the main part of the story. So this is definitely a good one if you are looking for an extended story for your kiddos to dive right into. The game is designed to be played in short bursts, so about 30 minutes to an hour every day, and that can be extended by doing things on the island like fishing, collecting bugs, and decorating. I did love the decorating in this game, and I spent hours changing and rearranging my island and my tent. It was a really fun and creative outlet for me, and I also really enjoyed changing my clothes and my wig every day. The soundtrack is so sweet, and it just makes this game feel even more cozy. Cozy Grove is a great option if you're looking for a chill and sweet game to play over time. Unpacking is a cute little puzzle game where you unpack boxes after moving. You follow the main character throughout 8 different moves in their young life. Unpack items as they move from their childhood bedroom to college and in with roommates and partners. Determine where the items go and organize them to fit correctly. It has a really sweet story that's told only through the objects you unpack, and you follow the character as their life and interests change over time. The art is a really cute pixel art style, and the game pacing is chill and relaxed. I think this game is really sweet and would be a great one for kids. While young children probably wouldn't be able to pick up on the small details of this game, the gameplay overall is quite nice. For younger kids, this might be a great one to play together as more of a learning game so you can ask where different items should go. The story itself is really wholesome and is about coming of age, finding your passions, and finding love. The puzzle aspect of this game can get a bit tricky in terms of where to place objects, so it can provide a bit of a challenge and critical thinking for older kids. The game does have a mode where you can place objects anywhere, which is a great one if the puzzle mechanic is getting to be a bit too tricky or frustrating. Unpacking is such a sweet game with simple and repeated mechanics and a lovely story. Paparazzi is a silly little game in a world full of dogs. You play as a walking camera who is taking pictures of dogs doing fun things. You have objectives to advance to each new area, which include which photos to take and different things to have dogs do. You post your photos to social media to get followers and comments and share your love of dogs with the world. You can pat dogs, play with them, and upgrade your camera and change the lenses and film. This game is so cute and I had so much fun taking photos of all of the pups. It's a silly and lighthearted game and one that's just really nice to pick up and play. There isn't too much of a depth of story or objectives, and I honestly really liked that. It's not too complex, and I think this game is great for what it is, which is a cute and cheerful experience. This is a great, wholesome game to share with your kids, especially if they are little animal people. I was so excited to see a world full of dogs and very much enjoyed dogs riding bikes, playing on the playground, and in space. Paparazzi is such a fun world to explore and gives an intro into completing objectives and framing photos in creative ways. Townscaper is a simple and satisfying city builder. You play in this rounded grid and press a button to build each building. You can pick your color and location, and each building section will pop up with a click. This mechanic is quite simple and is easy for anyone to do. As the town grows, it automatically changes in really satisfying ways to have rounded streets, balconies, and courtyards. I don't generally love building games just because you need to put a lot of time and effort in to make it look good, but this one is so easy and all of your creations look amazing. I love the satisfying sound effects, and it's a really calm and chill game. Because of how easy this one is, I think it's a great one for all ages. You have the creative freedom to figure out how you want your city to be laid out, which colors you want, and every creation looks good. I feel the same satisfaction with this game that I used to feel when I was playing with Legos. This is quite a simple game, and the building element is really all there is to it. So it might not hold the attention of some kids who might want a bit more variety in their gameplay, but for those who want a creative outlet that is chill and satisfying, Townscaper is a great choice. Donut County is a light-hearted adventure game. You play as a raccoon controlling a sinkhole that gets bigger and bigger to eventually swallow up the entire town. On each level, the hole starts small and gets bigger with each item that goes into it. The goal is to use the hole to swallow up all of the items on each level. There are some story bits which mostly take place under the town with everyone who has been consumed by the hole. There are also a few light puzzles which keep gameplay fresh throughout the levels. This game is super fun and silly and is a great one to share with kids. The game mechanic for this one is very easy. It's basically just moving around the hole to try to swallow up everything in your path. Because of this, it's really accessible to all ages. It has some light problem solving, but overall is quite easy. I loved the sassy writing in this, and bonus for playing as a raccoon. I had so much fun, and this was such a joyful and lighthearted experience that I think kids would get a kick out of. I sounded like my mom just then. Oh gosh. Slime Rancher is a farming/ranching sim that would be great for someone who's a bit older. It's a first-person 3D game where you go around the environment collecting these cute little slimes to bring back to your ranch. You improve your ranch, breed slimes, and take care of them. The game mechanics in this one are a bit more advanced, which is why I say that it's for maybe preteen and older. But as long as they can manage basic look controls, inventory management, and upgrades, she'll be right. That was a very Aussie saying. There is so much to explore in this world and so many cute slimes to collect. I had so much fun with this game. This is a really chill environment with lots to explore. It has a good story and the gameplay is pretty open-ended. This is definitely one that you can play for an extended period of time to collect as many slimes as you can and keep upgrading your ranch. There are a few dangers in this environment in the form of mutant tar slimes. These can be turned off in the casual mode, which does make for an even more chill game. This one is really wholesome and there are so many slimes to collect that it's definitely a great one to play for an extended period of time. Alba, a Wildlife Adventure is a super chill and cute open world game. You play as a little girl who is trying to save the nature preserve on the island her grandparents live on. You explore the island, take photos of animals, and clean up litter. You scan photos of animals with your phone and learn more about them. Complete story and side quests to improve the island and save the nature preserve. The story of Alba is so sweet and wholesome and is a great one for all ages. Among other platforms, this one is on Apple Arcade, and I quite liked the touch controls for it. When taking photos of animals, you move the entire device around like you would with a real phone camera. I had a lot of fun with this control as an adult, and I think kids would really love it too. The whole premise of this game is focused around conservation, so it does have an educational aspect to it. The compendium you fill out by scanning animals on the island is set up like a kid's book with an illustration of the animal, where they're located, and what sound they make. A lot of tasks on the island are cleaning and repairing habitat so animals can come back and enjoy the world. These are great teachable moments about animals and conservation and the preservation of the environment. I so enjoyed Alba: A Wildlife Adventure as a wholesome game-loving adult, and I think it's a great one to share with your kids. How did I do? Parents, chime in please. Let me know if my wholesome taste in games also translates to games that kids would like. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm coming at you every week with cute game recs and beginner tips. I'll see you next time. Happy gaming!